Facebook taking the most drastic step yet to silence the president, indefinitely banning him from its platform. CEO Mark Zuckerberg alleging that President Trump, quote, intends to use his remaining time in office to undermine the peaceful and lawful transition of power to his elected successor, Joe Biden. We believe the risks of allowing the president to continue to use our service during this period are simply too great. Here to react, Fox News contributor and media opinion columnist for The Hill, Joe Concha. Hey, Joe.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. So they want to cancel the president of the United States.
It appears so. So here you have Silicon Valley, Ainsley, deciding who could speak on their very powerful platforms. I mean, the numbers are astounding. I don't think people realize how many people are on Facebook. 1.7 billion daily users. Twitter, 330 million daily users. Instagram, 1 billion monthly users. So these are the types of platforms where 70% of American adults, for example, get their news from social media. It's an astounding thing. And here you have now these people in Silicon Valley who clearly are to the left, just look at their campaign donations, now deciding who cannot be on their particular platforms. But then how do you justify, say, for instance, the leader of Iran saying that Israel should be wiped off the map? That tweet gets to stay up. Or the Chinese government saying that the U.S. Army invented and weaponized coronavirus. Those tweets get to stay up. And then I looked because I wanted to say, all right, they're saying because the President Trump helped incite riots at the Capitol yesterday, which were obviously repulsive and one of the darkest days in this country's history. Nonetheless, I found this video in about 2 seconds. It comes from Maxine Waters, Democrat. Quote, if you see anybody from that cabinet, that's Trump's cabinet, in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd and you push back on them and you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere anymore. That video gets to stay up. So unless you do this consistently, it doesn't look like you're enforcing the rules of your platforms. It looks like you have a political agenda, and clearly, again, based on all the donations to Joe Biden and all the people that went to go work for Joe Biden from Silicon Valley, it looks like you have an agenda, Ainsley.
Right, to silence the right. There's a reporter at MSNBC, it's Ali Velshi, and this reporter was covering in Minnesota all of the burning and the riots there, and covered that as very peaceful. Listen to this.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not, generally speaking, unruly, but fires have been started.
It's like torched in the background, generally unruly. But then that's a stark contrast to what he tweeted out yesterday. Trump incites mob is the headline of this morning's New York Times. Any journalist who sugarcoats their language or normalizes what has happened today isn't doing their job. Our job is to bear witness and tell the truth. Trump is attempting a coup and inciting violence. Your thoughts?
There's a movie called 3 O'Clock High where they have a great line that says, pain is temporary, film is forever. And you just saw the film, right? This is a mostly peaceful protest while an inferno is going on behind him. And Ali Velshi wasn't the only reporter to insist over the summer in Portland, Seattle, Minneapolis, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, that what you were seeing on your television screens, literally with burning buildings and rioting, looting, dozens of deaths, that's not really happening. This is 93% peaceful. Therefore, the 7% that wasn't peaceful, don't worry about that, because obviously the good outweighs the bad and the cause is bigger than the virus or something to that effect. You even had a CNN anchor comparing Antifa to Allied troops storming Normandy on D-Day. You had an MSNBC host once say that people get mad, people get sick of it, people are risking COVID to make the point, we're fed up and we're not going to take it anymore. So over the summer, because the cause was something that aligned with their ideology, that was okay. But obviously what happened at the Capitol, which no one is excusing, and it deserves all the criticism it gets, and every single person involved there should be booked to the extent of the law allows. You've got to be consistent. Once again, I think that's our theme here, Ainsley, consistency.
Yeah. Well, I know you got to go. Let me guess, yoga? Kids aren't home, you're going to make a cocktail and enjoy the empty house, or go find your stolen car? What is it today?
Yeah, 2020 was a great year. Now, Ainsley, look, I'm like you. I go eggs and kegs. And since it's Friday of this horrible week, that's the only way to go at this point. So congratulations on your time at the University of South Carolina. I heard great stories about the keg stands.
Oh, no comment. Thanks, Joe.
Okay.
Okay.